Hey, do you like multiplication?
Maybe.
Uh,
Is that okay?
yeah, it's cool. I like math.
Cool.
Hey CVA Bs. Dwayne Wade says, set your sights high. The higher the better. Expect the most wonderful things to happen. Not in the future, but right now. Here's our grid view to navigate all of our slides and our game plans. Week number 24, February 9th, Tuesday, to February 12th, 2021. We are still finishing up 2.1, where we're talking about factors and zeros. I got some 902 news for you, week number 24 at glance, and let's talk about this scary word, evaluations. All right, so for these evaluations, they just sent this out to us. I just want to make sure you are clear. This is the evaluation steps for the teachers, and then think about you as a student in mind. If the instructor has determined the student has not performed in class at 60% or better over a 1 week period, so your grade might be lower than 60%, I need to, as a teacher, step one, make a verbal contact with your parent or students to discuss. I'll probably just send an email to both of you guys. I'll have to note that under your guidance visitations under Aries, if you didn't know that. All teachers, educators, and administrators can make a note. And then if nothing happens after 2 consecutive weeks, then I got to do step number 2. Then I got to fill out this Google form. Then you've got to use this evaluation calendar. And then in the calendar, I got to set it up where we're all going to sit down with the student and family. Not fun. And then if it's a third one, then you got to meet my administrator, probably Mr. Green or Mrs. Counts. Probably not fun. Don't go in that direction, guys. Get back on there. Okay, so that was CVA evaluations. Remembering cadence, it is your official way to get and turn in your work. It is the unofficial grade. The official grade is what's in Aries. We'll talk about late work, but basically it's not late work until it turns red. Okay? How do you know when it turns red? Usually I'll grade it after the due date. But this week we had some issues. So for example, these are yellow, so you can still turn in for full credit. You don't have to submit the late work. You don't have to go here, okay? But if you turn in something like super late, didn't change the notification, says private settings, it's a blank PDF, that is actually considered late, or really essentially that's what it is to be incomplete. Incomplete and late work are the same. Why? Because it's basically not 100%. So again, once it turns red or you already see it in Aries, that's what it would be considered late. And the only way I know to grade late work is if I if you submit it through this part right here in these directions. Guys, Khan Academy, your best friend, is sneaking up on you in about 2 weeks, so keep at it. If you need help, I have office hours. Just fill out this link and we'll find a time for you and I to get together. Whatever the case might be, synthetic division, long division, how do you start the problem, whatever it is. And also we have school tutors, so take advantage of that. Remember, next week, February 15th, there is no school, so I will release a week at a glance on a Tuesday. So if you're not already, subscribe to the YouTube channel, or you can click on eCadence week at a glance. No school news for you guys. Open house is coming up in March. I forgot the date, but I'll let you know when I find it. Week at a glance. What's our central question? How do you relate factors and zeros to a graph? So we've been finding these factors and zeros. We've been using long division and synthetic division to decrease the degree of the polynomial. That way it becomes a little bit more manageable and you can factor it using Xbox or other methods. All right, no class on Monday here. A couple of things. I guess it's kind of out of order here. Let me clean this up a little bit. Sorry about that. Quiz number 9. I released this last Thursday, February 4th at 9 a.m. and I basically gave you guys a whole week to complete that quiz. So if you don't complete that quiz by Thursday, February 11th at 9 a.m., I'm going to close it. You can't take it. It's going to be a forever zero. Okay. There is a link on your eCadence assessment 23.5. But basically, it's just going to your EduElastic account. Remember, you go to your EduElastic account, Google sign-in does work. Google sign-in does work. What are you working on this week? You'll turn it in week number 25. That's why that 25 is there. Not this week, but assignment 25.4, I call it, will be turned in February 21st. So you got some time, and I want you to finish up the skills practice and then all these other old assessments to kind of help you prepare for it. And that'll be due Sunday at 1 p.m. on eCadence. You need to complete last year's test. So let's click on last year's test. Let me get it up on the screen. All right, so here is last year's quiz. And I had a bunch of versions, but I call this version BK. And basically you do the quiz on the left-hand side. It's like a real thing that I passed out. And even on the back side there is free response questions. Okay, and then you need to complete the corrections. Okay, this video right here tells you the answers, me going over the test from last year. Okay, and then your work on this right side here, what do you need to do on this right hand side? Well, right here tells you how to do test corrections. Basically, let me get the directions up. Give me a second. All right, basically to do corrections, you're going to write the word correct on the side. It's kind of like self-grading. Over here on the right-hand side, or the right side of your margins, you must write the word wrong or incorrect. And if it's a multiple choice, write the correct answer. And then write a complete sentence of your mistake or your misunderstanding. I got confused between the vocabulary between 0 and factors. On the free response questions on the backside, write a complete sentence of your mistake or misunderstanding, and I want you to redo the whole math problem. So in math, you kind of want to redo it so that you don't make that same mistake, okay? All right, so that is last year's test and the corrections, okay? Each of those, completing last year's test and marking on the right-hand side if you got the problem right or wrong, and your correction, that is worth 600 points. Okay, something that's new is this coming Thursday, you'll have finished quiz number 9, okay? And basically what you're going to do is all that work that you have on a piece of paper, that is the live work that you're going to be grading, okay? And I will have a quiz correction. I'll post a link once I have it done, or you can go to my YouTube channel. And the video solutions will be released after basically I close the test. And then you're basically going to grade yourself. And although I'm already graded the Edulastic, the main point here is that you learn from your mistakes, okay? So let's review. This slide here has all the assignments. Red, it's already been graded. Those are your first assignments. Week 19 to 21, I need to catch up on grading. I have some more time. So again, if you haven't submitted those, please submit it because that's what I'm going to be using for that CVA evaluation. And this one, we had a miscommunication about assignment 23.4 as well. So I just want to make sure that you have it in. So hopefully I'm giving you a really big gracious period to turn in that work. It's not considered late. But definitely get this one in this week so I can grade it. This week, again, week 24, 25, you're going to complete last year's test, do the corrections on that. That's kind of like 2 assignments. And then corrections on the quiz you're about to finish this week. And that'll be in 2 Sundays. And then we'll be taking a test probably in week 25, because right now we're in week 24, but this work is going to be turned in week 25. But you're going to be taking a test next week, so I want you to prepare for that, okay? Also, I also wanted to show you guys I have this study guide, because practice makes perfect. Oh, perfect. Last year's test, I had 2 versions, so I wanted to release a second version for you as an extra study guide. This is not graded. Repeat, this is just extra practice. You don't have to do it, but if you need extra practice, I would take this extra version, and you can watch here, and then you can click that little blue link. We'll have the video solution, or you can click here as well for the video solution. So if you needed extra practice, okay? So CVABs, that was week at a glance at 24, week number 24. See you guys. Bye.
Hey, do you like multiplication?
Maybe. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's cool. I like math.
Cool.